Today, we're going to be talking about 8 bourbons that I regret buying. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to Brad's Bourbon Reviews. I'm Brad, and today I don't spend an exorbitant amount of money on bourbon. Usually I have the patience to just kind of stick it out and get something at MSRP and try to avoid FOMO as best I can, but today we're going to be talking about bottles that I completely fell for and regret buying. Let's go ahead and get into these. These are in no particular order. First up, oh boy, I was so excited to get my hands on this Canadian exclusive bottle of Bllandens Special Reserve, and holy shit, is this thing just an undrinkable disaster. I cannot stand this bottle. I paid way too much to get this here from Canada. I don't even remember what the cost was. It definitely wasn't the $60 that it cost in Canada to buy this thing. It is just completely not worth it and really, really bad. The only upside is that it gives me 4 bottles of Bllandens to look at on my shelf, and I regret buying this one. I'd rather have just a regular bottle of Bllandens, or like the Takari Red, or like the black one, something like that. But this one is just really, really bad. Do not buy these. These are trash swill, bottom of the barrel, terrible bottles of bourbon. Moving on to the next one. This one's hard for me to admit because I was so excited to get my hands on this bottle when I first got it. And I luckily have 2 of these, and the other one is like exceptionally delicious. This one is so bad, I don't want it around. My brother-in-law absolutely loves one of these bottles in this lineup, but it's not this one, and he even tried this bottle as a fanboy of this lineup and was like, get this away from me. I'm talking about Midwinter's Night Dram, Act 10, Scene 2. $200, very wasted. This is a horrible release from Midwinter's Night Dram. I can't believe they put this out. This is so bad. It is one of the worst bottles of whiskey I have on my shelf. I don't talk about it that often. It is just a disgraceful bottle of whiskey, and there are some exceptional Midwinter's Night Drams out there, but this one is not one of them. Moving on to the next one. I bought this bottle for a lot of money. This actually might be the most I've ever spent on a bottle, I think, or it's tied with another one that's on this list too. The price I paid does not go into the judgment of this being on the list, and I think this might surprise some people, but I have had some friends that have tried this and just completely agree with me that holy shit, this is terrible. I'm talking about Weller Single Barrel. I spent $350 on this bottle, and I did it to complete the Weller Rainbow because I live in Florida. It is really hard to get bottles of Weller in Florida, and I know it's hard to get bottles of Weller everywhere, but it's exceedingly hard in Florida because only one chain in Florida is allowed to sell bottles of Weller, the ABC stores. I've been in the vault now for the past 3 years. I have never seen this in the vault when I've been invited. I'm not saying that they've never put it in there. I'm just saying I've never seen it in the times that I've been a member and have been invited to purchase things out of the vault, because these go for like $1,000 at the time when I was hunting this. When I saw it for $350, I'm like, oh, that's a steal. And I was super excited. And I still am happy that I own it because it completes my Weller vertical outside of Daniel Weller and the Weller Millennium that I'll never be able to afford. It completes my Weller Rainbow. So I was happy to have it, but it is just such a bad bottle. Like, it has to be one of these things where like Buffalo Trace was like, these are really bad. They're not going to go into Pappy. They're not good enough to be blended into our blends for Weller Special Reserve or 107 or anything like that. So let's just move them over here and we'll bottle them under single barrel, and then everyone will be excited to try it and then be very disappointed when they do so. But hey, man, that's how single barrels go. That has to be what they're thinking along when they bottled this, because if it's not, I don't know what they were. It is so bad. Moving on to the next one. I did a review of this not too long ago, and it was kind of divisive if you check the comments, but I promise you, it is not worth the $200 that this bottle costs. This is the Woodford Double Oaked. It's like literally as good as the Woodford Double Oaked. Like, just get the Woodford Double Oaked. And in fact, get a Woodford Double Oaked pick, because it is infinitely better than this. It costs way less and you get more of it. This is like not a scam but it's like, I feel like it is, because Woodford knows how to make good bourbon. I've had some really solid barrel picks from them. And I had one really good double oaked experience pick. And Woodford Double Oaked in and of itself is fantastic. I don't know what happened here. This is insane to me that this is a $200 bottle from Woodford. Like, what are you thinking? I cannot express to you how disappointed I was when I tried this. It really broke my heart because I love double oaked bourbon. Woodford is, like, to me, one of the staples of double oaked bourbon. It's not that it's not good at all. It's just so disappointing. This is not a $200 bottle. It's just not. I'm sorry. If you think it is, I'm so glad that you don't feel like robbed. But I personally am deeply offended that this bottle costs $200. It's just insane to me. Moving on to the next one. Oh God. This is the one for me that made this list become a thing, because I got FOMO so bad with this, and I don't know why, because I don't love this brand typically. But Jesus Christ, the Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. I spent $350 on this bottle because a liquor store that I go to a lot got it and put it out early. I don't know how that, it's like the only thing they've ever gotten early. And if you go back and look, I have the first review of this up on YouTube. It was so early that people thought it was the 2023 bottle. No, it was the 2024 one. And this thing is just the epitome of mediocrity when it comes to special releases. I do not know how Maker's Mark thought this was going to go well for them. You have a 12 and 13 year blend, mostly 13 year. Age-stated bourbon, essentially an age-stated bourbon because it's 12 and 13. So it's essentially Maker's Mark 12 year, right? I do not understand it. I like some Maker's Mark products. I really like the wood finishing series, and I like some of the private selects. I'm not a big Maker's Mark fan. I admit that fully going into this, but you cannot tell me that this is like a $200 bottle, which is what the actual MSRP is. I know I overspent. I did that just to have the first video out. I don't hold that against it. I still think that this is one of the most disappointing bottles of bourbon you could purchase. There are plenty of bottles that you could spend $350 on and have a much better drinking experience. And I would say, even if you're a diehard Makers fan, you know that I'm right, because this is not all it's cracked up to be. When there are bottles that are half the price from your distillery that are infinitely better than this, like the BEP or the BRT 01 and 2, and they are much easier to find, you know, I really don't like this bottle. I don't like even looking at it outside of the fact that I think it's beautiful to look at. Anyway, I could talk about this for a long time. I'm going to keep moving on to the next one. This one was just a gigantic waste of money. My fiance, soon-to-be wife, is a massive New York Yankees fan, and I remember seeing this being talked about when it came out, and I knew we were going to end up with one, and I knew it was going to be a waste of money, but I didn't think it was going to be a waste of $200. This is the Remis Babe Ruth Reserve. Now, this is a really cool bottle to look at. There's a few cool things about this. Something that's not cool about this is how bad it is. It is terrible. The only reason you see anything out of this bottle at all is because I sent some of this to patrons. I mean, it's just really, really bad. So each bottle is numbered 1 through 10,624, because those were the amount of times that Babe Ruth was at bat. And you can scan the QR code on the back of it to see what your bottle is. My bottle is number 2,163, and when we scan the QR code, it was just an appearance at bat. So there's literally nothing special about this at all. The bourbon inside is terrible. It is a complete waste of $200. Moving on to the next one. Moving on to this one here from my favorite distillery, Jack Daniel's. This is the Jack Daniel's number 27 Gold Tennessee whiskey that was double mellowed in maple barrels. I always forget which one it is. I bought this secondary because I think they discontinued this. I'm not 100% sure on that. I've looked it up. It said they discontinued it according to ChatGPT. People have said they haven't discontinued it and it's just not available right now. I don't know what's going on. But from what I understand and why I bought it was because I had heard it was discontinued and I wanted it. Because when I first started getting into whiskey, this was a bottle that sat at my ABC store and I kept going like, I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it. And then I went in to get it and it was gone and I never saw it again. And then like a year passed and I was like, I remember that bottle. I really wanted to try that. And it's not good. It's not good at all. It's really watered down. It tastes almost, it's not, God, it's not that it's even bad. It's just like Jack Daniel's had this problem a few years ago, like 5 to 7 years ago, where all of their special releases were just in these really cool bottles, and it was a liter, and they would always do it more than 80 proof. Like I think this one's 80 proof, but they would do like 86 proof and like 83 proof for like these are 86 proof. Yeah, 86 proof. These like the Legacy Edition bottles, where it's like it's special, but kind of, but not really. This is one where they had like a really cool concept, but they just kind of didn't go through with it in the right way. I feel like if they did this now in like one of the Tennessee Tasters or the Distillery Series, whatever they're calling it now, I feel like it would be something really, really special, and at a higher proof, I think this thing would really shine. But I mean, I have had that much out of it. And another one for me where I think about this list and I go, this has to be on the list, because I was so excited to try this. In my review, you can see my excitement and just be like, just completely defeated that it happened. But you know, it's what it is. I got one, and you know, sometimes don't meet your heroes. Moving on to the last one. I was so excited to get my hands on this last bottle, and arguably this might be the one that hurts the most, because I really, really, really wanted to like this. I had heard good reviews about it. I had heard people love it. People that I respect their opinions on bourbon loved it. I tried it. I thought it was hot peanut garbage water, and I am talking about Little Book The Infinite. Chapter 1. This is so upsetting that this had to make the list, because I was so excited, man. I like some of the Booker stuff. I really liked the Kentucky Tea batch. I thought it was fantastic. I liked the Apprentice batch more than other people liked it, and I liked a few things that I'd had from them. This one just completely missed. I was seeing people rave about this, and I was like, did I just get like a bad bottle of it or something? But no, I've gone back to this a few times, and every time I go back to it, I'm just like, I don't like this at all. If this is what they think like good Booker's is, like, I don't want to be a part of it at all, and I won't buy anymore. And I haven't bought any more Booker's products since this came out. That like boiled peanut flavor I don't like, and it's very prominent in here, and I get if you like it, then this is for you, but like this just ain't for me, and it is absolutely not worth the $185 that I paid for it. It just really bummed me out when I tried it for the first time, because I was so excited. I drove 2 hours in the rain to get this thing. I was just so excited to get it, and I came home and tried it immediately and was just so disappointed. But you know, that's the game we play, right? So comment down below, let me know what bottles disappointed you the most of any of the things you've ever bought or tried. While you're down there, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, because we just passed 5,000 subscribers and we're on the road to 10,000, which is just crazy to say, even out loud. Like, doesn't make any sense to me. Thank you all for watching. It really, really means a lot. And to celebrate, we're going to be doing a 5,000 subscriber live stream Friday, June 13th, 2025. If you're watching this in the future, it passed. It'll be on the channel. You'll be able to watch it. But we're going to be doing it live. I'm going to be opening some cool, rare bottles. So please come join us and celebrate passing this crazy milestone. It means a lot to me that you guys have been following this much. It's just crazy to me. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, cheers. A big thank you to all the Patreon supporters you see on screen right now.